All right, hey everybody. I just wanted to introduce you to another project I just finished. This is a 1990s, maybe mid-90s Specialized Crossroads. It used to be a touring or trekking bike. I think over in America you call them like a hybrid, where it had a straight bar and it had a older 3x7 drivetrain. I think maybe Dior. And I wanted to build something that was more of like a Randonneuring bike, something that was a little more comfortable for longer tours, maybe 2 or 3 hours or longer. And a while ago I had built a gravel bike, a 1x10, out of a similar trekking bike. The other one was made by Merida. And that was fun, but it was more geared towards gravel and off-road riding. I had WTB Riddlers on there. And I wanted something that was more for the pavement, longer tours. I do have a monster gravel, Riverside Touring 920 I custom built. That's on my channel too. And yeah, I just wanted something where if I wanted to go on a Thursday night group ride, and I didn't feel like taking the race bike out, I can bring this steel bike with me, take the fenders off, take the bag off, make it look something more of like a neo-retro racing bike. Or I can put the fenders on there and use it as a commuter bike with a bag on the front, or just do longer tours with it. Really happy with how it turned out. Basically stripped the older bike. I'll see if I can try to attach a picture of it or a video clip to this video here so you can see what the bike looked like. But basically it had a rear cargo rack. It also had these fenders that are on there now. I'm not sure who makes the fenders. They're probably plasticized aluminum maybe. They feel like plastic, but I think some of the fenders have an aluminum layer inside them. And yeah, the first thing I did was strip the whole thing down, and it had a square taper bottom bracket, took that out. It had an older wheel set. I found the bike on eBay here in Germany. There's a website kind of like Craigslist called eBay Kleinanzeigen, where you can buy a lot of used stuff, and that's where I found this bike. I also got the wheel set from there too. They're DT Swiss Spline 1750s with arrow spokes. I got a great deal on them, so that's why I ended up getting these. It's just amazing how very little costs there are for some of the older parts. Everyone wants, carbon and disc brakes, and that really drives the price down of all the other components that are floating around out there in the used market. So I got the wheel set, and I started repairing some of the paint on the frame, then added a little bit of clear coat, and then a final polish. It's got a really nice blended paint job on it. It's hard to tell in this indoor lighting, but it goes from this metallic navy blue to this very dark metallic winter green on the back. It looks really, really nice in the sunlight. And then I was specking out drivetrains. I really enjoy Shimano. I've only used SRAM once, but yeah, I really like how the Shimanos felt. So I ended up finding a racing bike that was missing a bunch of parts on it. You can see it, the frame up there, and it didn't have wheels. Yeah, I think that was just about the only thing it didn't have was just wheels on it, and it had everything else. So um, it was just a phenomenal deal to get that older racing bike that had this drivetrain on it, because the standalone parts for the drivetrain actually were worth a lot more than what I found that bike for. So I'm running a Shimano 6700 2x10 drivetrain. And what's interesting about the drivetrain is I wanted the option to go on some really steep climbs that are in the area. So I was hoping to put a 34 on the back, 1134 rear cassette, 10-speed. And in order for me to do that, I had to do two things. I had to find a longer jockey wheel cage and also a derailleur hanger extender. And this allowed me to run the 34 tooth. The old racing bike where I got this drivetrain from also came with this compact chainring set. So I think it's a 50-36. Could be a 50-34. I don't remember. But it's got some really nice gearing to go on some of these climbs that are in the area. They're pretty steep. I've seen somewhere up to 17% grade, maybe 18% in some short sections. So you can get a longer cage for the 6700 series rear derailleur. I couldn't find one. I couldn't find them anywhere. My local bike shop could not order it. It was just not available. I even looked for a 6700 rear derailleur that might have the longer cage on it. I believe it's called a GS, and it's the inner and outer plate, and I think Shimano calls it medium. And the bike that I got here with this drivetrain came with, I believe it was the SS, which is the short cage. So technically I wanted to go from a short to a medium, and I could not do that with the 6700 series. So I think I found on a Reddit somewhere where someone used an inner and outer plate from a 6800 Ultegra rear derailleur. So I think I paid, I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 euros for the inner and outer plate from the 6800, and thought I would try it, and it worked. So this GS medium size inner outer plate is from a 6800, and this is the 6700 rear derailleur. Then I also got the Sunrace derailleur hanger extender, and that allowed me to run 1134 in the rear. Another interesting part about this bike are the brakes. And gotta put that hood back. I just adjusted the brakes here. So these are the Textro RX1 mini V brakes, and I wanted to go with silver brakes, and I chose this one for price and performance, and they have a lot of stopping power. So that allowed me to not use any kind of ratio converters for the cable pull. So you're allowed to use road bike levers with these V-brakes. I also read that in order to increase the braking performance, you want to use compressionless housing, which is similar to the shifter cable housing. I believe the shifter cable housing is also compressionless, and if you use compressionless housing on the brakes, you'll also get a better feel, a much stronger feel, less flex. And I can tell you the brakes perform phenomenally, very strong. That Merida gravel bike I also did a couple of years ago, I ended up using a bar end shifter from Shimano Durace to a ratio converter. And I used, I think, a Dior rear derailleur, 1146 on the back, and a 1x, I think I had a 38 tooth on the front. And because I had a long pull brake lever, I think those were Tektro 2, I was able to use just standard mountain bike V-brakes, which they had plenty of grip. But these mini V-brakes, first time I've used them, and yeah, they work really, really well. One of the other things too I just got finished doing was bending this handlebar bag rack. So I just have it taped up. I felt that if I painted it, the paint probably wouldn't last. And yeah, it was real cheap. I think I paid €4 for 6mm steel stock. And yeah, just wrapped it with some cloth hockey tape. And that should be good. So yeah, really happy with the bike. Just wanted to give you a little intro on it. I can talk more in detail about some of the other parts. But yeah, mostly got everything used from eBay and put it together relatively inexpensive compared to, you know, buying a new modern steel frame. And I love the way it rides. Rides really, really well. I'm gonna be looking forward to doing some long tours on it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned.